So that means all the launches, all the brakes, the drop track, the transfer track, the waiting brake, all that stuff we can see from here.
Nice.
And on the left monitor in the bottom right corner, you can see people digging a hole, maybe planting a tree.
And digging it.
Yeah, and so on the right-hand monitor, the black and white footage on the right-hand monitor, those are thermal images.
Right.
If it's white, it's hot. If it's cold, it's dark.
Right.
So the lighter the color is, the hotter it is. That's how thermal imaging works. And so you can see that the electromagnets for the brakes, the electromagnetic brakes down there, they're glowing white because they're very warm from use. They've been used all day, so they're hot. Same thing with the brakes on the drop track. They're very hot. You can see that people's skin is white. A dude's shirt's like really dark. Maybe he's wearing a refrigerator. I don't know. And then once that switch flips, they drop. You see the little switch flip in the bottom left-hand corner?
Yeah.
The bottom right-hand corner of the right-hand monitor where the blue train was at a second ago, that's the transfer track. That we can use that track to get trains in and out of maintenance. For example, if we were to go down to 4 trains rather than having all 5 running, we would back a train onto that, slide the whole track over, pull it into maintenance, slide the whole track back over, and it takes like a minute. It's very quick because it's transfer track, motorized, and fancy, I might add.
And super slow.
It is kind of slow, but it's also fancy. Alright, so Verbolten is the only ride in our park which is a continuous dual dispatch. It doesn't look like we're running a dual dispatch right now.
We are, but we only have 4 trains.
Okay, so that's why there's a big gap there. Dual dispatch means that we can load 2 trains at a time and send 2 trains at a time out of the station. When that happens, the first train will go along the ride, the second train will pull right about underneath us, and it will sit there on what's called the waiting brakes. While that's happening, 2 more trains can already go ahead and pull into the station, and we'll unload those and put more people on those too. And then the train on the waiting brakes will go, and then those 2 trains will do the same thing as the ones before them. So it means that we can have a really high capacity on this ride because we are constantly loading and unloading guests. It's called dual dispatch. It too is very fancy.
I was surprised Griffin didn't have that.
Well, Griffin's got a really long lift hill.
It works well in Tampa.
So
With Shikra.
Shikra?
Yeah.
How does that work over there? When do they dispatch the second train?
They both
Go at the same time?
Once the first one's at the first, I guess, whatever, the block after the drop.
Okay.
The other one's on the lift hill.
Alright.
Yeah.
That's cool. But anyway, it's the only one here that's dual dispatch. Yeah.
Dark Castle does dual dispatch.
Dark Castle doesn't count. It's not a roller coaster.
Still a ride.
Okay, well, by that logic, then Verbolten is like 35 dispatch. All 35 people can ride the swings at the same time. Train at a time. So in between each block is a set of brakes.
Is he sending the train? So someone down there sending it?
They, down there, basically, the platform team member, they are responsible for loading the people, checking their area, and hitting a button that says, "My train's ready to go." Once they do that, the controls person acknowledges that and hits his 2 buttons, which say, "We are ready for the train to dispatch." Then the computer takes a look at the block in front and says, "The block is clear, we'll dispatch the trains." So really,